Indie Filmmaking with Aaron Carlson, a CCC Studios production. Let's fucking go.
Yes. Hello. How's everybody doing? January 13th, 11:46 a.m. Hope everybody's well on this wonderful Tuesday. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody's well out there on the planet, considering all the circumstances that have occurred over the last week in the news and all that stuff. If you listen to the news and still watch the news, you can't go there anymore because apparently it's all fake, and you have to kind of just go to TikTok to get what you need. Whatever the case may be, I hope you're keeping your spirits high and you're a happy person, because that is the key to getting through all this stuff. There's a lot of garbage out there, a lot. And today's show on Indie Filmmaking Live, I wanted to kind of discuss one pivotal thing that I think it's vital for filmmakers, especially filmmakers out there. We all want to jump in and make these movies, tell these stories, do these things, get it out there and be like, yeah, we made a movie. That's great. But it's not over then. Once your movie's done, it's only beginning. You got to put yourself out there. You got to put the film out there. You got to advertise and market yourself as well as your cast and crew. It's a very important thing to do, I think, because most of the time as an indie filmmaker, especially a low budget or micro budget indie filmmaker, you don't have the means to just pay somebody to go out and some PR firm and do what they do to get your project recognized. So how do you do it on your own? Well, you have to use social media. And that's a key point as an indie filmmaker. But here's the kicker. And before I jump into all this, I just want to say that I am not an influencer at all. No. Not fucking at all. I'm an inspiration, if that's even a word. I love seeing people get inspired. I love seeing individuals who don't really have that piece. And, if you pop in yourself and say a few things to them or show them with your actions, it inspires them to jump further than they would have without you in interjecting yourself in their life. I like that. I think that's a very cool thing, because then I feel really happy when I see their success, that they're moving to another level. And a lot of filmmakers and a lot of actors and a lot of talented people that I've worked with over the years here have made steps in directions where I'm like, that's how you do it, man. You're doing well. Or God, she's kicking ass now. Look at her. After she worked with us, she's doing way better. She's doing her thing. I absolutely adore that. So I don't try to influence people. I just want to inspire people to understand that it can be done. Now, I still look for inspiration every fucking day. I do. There's days when I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. I've said that before. I don't know everything. I go with my gut. I try my best. I read the room. I try to the best I can, and try to push, our work, our brand, our people, the talent, just everything we do online, and hope it sticks. I'm just throwing shit, hoping it'll work, right? Because I don't have a degree in marketing or advertising. It's just all from my gut. That's all I do. But I also put in the time to try to do as much as I possibly can. And without social media, I wouldn't be able to even get our films out there or have the success we've had on certain films. Not all of our movies have done well. Some have done pretty good. Nothing has done great. This is a lot of just trial and error. And without social media giving you that option, and if you're not a filmmaker that's utilizing social media on a day-to-day basis, and I mean day-to-fucking-day basis, you're missing a key piece of your success. You may be a great filmmaker, you have great movies, but no one's going to watch them if they don't know they're out there. So how do you use social media And the biggest thing I've seen as filmmakers as a whole is a lot of them either A, don't like it, right? They don't want anything to do with social media. B, they're afraid of it. They're afraid of what people might think or how they look. Or C, you're terrified of just being demoralized online, by other trolls or bullies that are out there with this social media thing, which are all valid points. I think they are. However, as a filmmaker, it's your fucking job to try to figure out a way. Russell Dorsey, what's up? He says, what's up, Aaron? I say hello when you have everyone on your lives too. Oh, appreciate you, bruh. I love it. I love that you're always here with us, Russell. Thank you, man. And I can't wait, dude. It's coming. It's close. Jason Voorhees Nightmares is right around the corner. I'm so excited. I'll give you guys updates here soon. We're getting close. Anyway, so social media importance. That's what I'm talking about in this Indie Filmmaking Live little segment. It's a key piece to our success. And I knew that early on when we started to put ourselves out there in 2017, where, one of us, at least one of us, or all of us had to utilize social media in a personable way. That's how I felt. It wasn't about marketing us as like McDonald's or Burger King. It's like, no, we got to personalize ourselves, who we really are. That's the only way we're going to connect with other people that will, maybe follow us for a little bit and be like, hey, I like these guys because they're real. I know that's what I do. It's an important piece to the puzzle as a filmmaker to not only share the work that you do, but share who you are and why you do it. I found that overall, analytically, right, looking at statistics, that a lot of the social media posts that we create here, or I create, the ones that do well are the ones that are more personable. I mean, I see the analytics. Everybody sees our stuff, but not everybody engages on it, right? How many times do you have to look at, a post of Jason Voorhees Nightmares or A Will and a Way or anything that we put out? After a while, it just kind of gets, you get burned out on it. No one's going to give you a like or a love or a comment, which is normal. Key thing is, though, you can't stop pushing your product, because every once in a while you'll get a bump, right? You'll get a fucking bump. The Outrider. Every time I post about it, we get a little bit of bump on views. That movie's been out forever, and it's horrible, but it still works if you do it. You just got to chip away at these things. And that's the most valuable thing I can tell each and every filmmaker out there that's afraid of social media, that doesn't want to engage in social media, is missing. Because without having enough money to pay someone else to do it, it's all on you. And I know you guys had, all this cast and this crew that were on set. How many days they were with you, trying to help you make something that you created, wrote down on a piece of paper, and now no one's watching this shit? Well, it's your fucking job to get it out there so these people can be recognized for the work they did. That's how I look at it. It's the least you can do for them. The least you can do. If you're not paying them, and even if you're paying them, don't they deserve a platform that you could push with everything you have to show them that you gave a fuck? And their time was valuable, and you don't want to waste their time. I can't stand it that people don't understand that. And I think it all comes down to fear. And that's why I wanted to make this show today a little bit. Talk about what stops filmmakers from utilizing social media at the best of their ability. You don't have to spend money on social media to build an audience. Trust me. I know. I've done it. Not a huge audience, but an audience bigger than what we had when we began. It's consistently grown. It is a slow process. Without money, it's not going to explode. And that's okay. Because putting yourself out there matters. In the long run, it matters across the board. And your projects and your people are the most important part of it. And you can't forget about them. So you got to get over your fear, right? You got to fucking get over it. Let me check comments real quick here. Russell says, got to be yourself too. It helps. Absolutely, Russell. You got to be authentic, man. Got to be authentic. Absolutely, you do. Ronnie, what's up? The build up for the movie is great, and I can't wait for it to come out. Thank you. I'm assuming you're talking about The Stranger. So we will talk about that pretty soon on another episode of Indie Filmmaking Live. Today, I'm going to focus and stay focused on this subject matter, but thank you, Ronnie. I super appreciate that. And Russell says, I enjoyed The Outrider. Yeah, it has flaws, but it's interesting. It definitely is. I don't know what I was smoking when I wrote that, but I fucking love that story. It's cool. I still want to remake it one day. Maybe I will if we get lucky. Called something else, but there's a cool story there. Okay, let's talk about social media, guys. Why do you advertise? Why do you market yourself? And how do you do it? And that is the biggest thing, right? I see a lot of people put themselves out there, and they don't come across very well online. They're good people, but their posts seem very selfish, or they seem very, isolated to what they are doing as an individual, as opposed to like praising everybody that helped them get there. Now, I know how important it is to do that. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of people back our campaigns. The hundreds of actors and crew members that have joined and done what they've done for us to help these films come to life. I can't take credit for all this on my own. I can't do that. Yeah, I'm excited, and I'm the face of CCC, which is, I hope it's okay. However, it's only because I'm the only one that can do this right now in the stage of our career. Our team, Samantha, Steve, and Kelvin, they've got other things they have to focus on. This is my gig. It's my tree. I'm sitting in it. I have to make an effort to do what I need to do to make this work. But if I was afraid of social media, I wouldn't be able to do this, would I? And that's the key. So let's talk about fear. And advertising for the right reasons. You have to definitely think about why you want to advertise. If you're sitting there actually thinking about how many likes you can get or how many comments you can get, just because you want to feel fucking good, that feeling you get, that selfishness inside, if you can admit that you do that, then you need to change that, because I think what you put out comes back to you, right? If you're doing it and you're thinking about, oh, I gotta talk about Raymond Power today, or I gotta talk about Grace Madeline today, or Steve Eaton today, and that's why you're doing it, and it's not about you. That's a beautiful thing, and people will pick up on that. Just had a shoot with Ryan Smith the other day. No pictures of me. Well, I'm in there, but you can't even tell. I just had a blast with Ryan on his little sets, and I always do. And that was all about him, his energy, his push to create movies on his own, out there with a camera. Get a couple guys to help me. Let's get a couple actors. Let's go. Making something. I applaud him for that. It wasn't about me. It was about him. But I feel the same way about the movies that I am producing or directing or editing. I'm very happy to see that stuff. So I try to advertise for the right reasons. It resonates better. And those who think that I do it for myself, you're fucking wrong. Across the board, you are so wrong. The only reason you think that is because it's my name and it's me and something I'm doing. That's the only reason you think that. You don't know what I'm feeling inside. But those that are out there that can look past that and understand what I'm really doing and the teams I'm trying to build and the platform I'm trying to create and have been trying to create for a very long time, it is about everybody else. Because I think that the barrage of people that have helped us over the years matter for the success of all. We're all on the same fucking ship. We have to float together. Yeah. And I'm just trying to guide that the best way I can. That's all I know. So, fear. What makes you afraid of social media so much that you won't get on there and do what's necessary to push your films and engage an audience? You afraid of those people out there that might criticize you or how you think or how you feel or what you write? You think that someone's out there trying to get you? Well, you're probably right on all counts. Social media is a fucking monster. Don't fucking play. And you definitely have to have thick skin when you get out there. And I'm speaking real with you. I think that people nowadays are a little bit more sensitive than they used to be. Now, I grew up in a different era, and sticks and stones and all that. Words don't hurt me. I could give a fuck. It's not ruining my day. And I think that mentality actually works well in social media. Maybe not as much out in the real world, but social media, sticks and stones, bitch. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Some fat fuck sitting in his mama's basement talking shit on your post. Who gives a shit? Rank on. Make fun of him. I don't care. Do what you got to do to get through it. It's going to go by like that. Don't let somebody like that, or ignore it. It doesn't matter. Don't ghost this fucking ass or her. It doesn't matter. But, getting over it is key. How do you make the steps to get over that fear you have of social media or the work it takes to promote yourself? That's key. Now, I see some filmmakers out there that are doing this stuff, and I gotta say, I saw one today that was like, what are you doing? I think it's kind of fun to do the reverse thing sometimes too, where you get a bad review on a film and you're not afraid to show it to everybody, because I think sometimes that works. It gets people interested in watching it. So yeah, movie's shit. I can't believe they made this. Okay, you post that, let's say, on your social media, right? And you go, hey, look at how great our movie is. This is what one of the people who watched it think. And then you post that. It's funny, right? But I think it does engage people to go and check out your movie. And someone will be like, oh, it's not that bad or whatever, or some people are like, yeah, dude's right. But whatever the case may be, that's kind of a fun way to reverse, negativity and spin it to your advantage. Not a bad thing. I like that. But here's another thing that's kind of scary. And this is why I was wrenching a filmmaker that I saw posting something today about comments that are happening. And this is a big deal to me. It's easy to stay out of drama if you're not already swimming in drama, right? Some people out there are doing things for the wrong reasons. And I'm talking about filmmakers, I'm talking about creatives, I'm talking about day-to-day folks that you aren't even in this industry. People just do shit wrong. And they get in drama. And then they have to try to justify it by finding enough people that don't believe it to get their back, even though the shit may have happened. And I think honesty is key. Being authentic is key. If you do something that is questionable and you didn't mean to really do it, or you did it because of whatever reason you had, being open and honest about it, it's going to save your ass. Stop trying to hide. And reposting people's posts about you that are negative and then calling them out as them being jealous or this or that is not the way to go about it. It really makes you look bad. It does. And I get why you would do it, because you want to look like you're standing up and fighting. But after a while, it's kind of like, how do you get into so much drama? It's not that hard, unless you've already been in drama and you know it. And there's people out there calling you out, and this is the only way you have to punch back. Oogie. And this is why people are afraid of social media. They're afraid to get involved in that kind of stuff. Yeah, because they don't know what could happen. And you are putting yourself on the line when you get out there. It's true. Ronnie says it's all about the craft and the people that they can take you seriously. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. 100%, 1000%. But it's super important to engage with your audience. And I think there's a way to do it without, chastising those that dislike you. Now, if you have to do it, I get it. I get in arguments with people online all the time. I don't give a fuck, but I'm still not taking it that seriously. It's nothing personal. I can leave that conversation and hang out with my kids and be just fine. It's like not a big deal. What's there to be afraid of? But, you don't have to definitely go out there and cause a riff because somebody said something negative towards you if you don't want to. You don't have to. gives a fuck? But it's not going to hurt you. You're going to be fine. Trust me. You'll be okay. Toughen up. Get some skin in the game. Because you need these platforms that we have. Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. You need them all. You need them. YouTube. If you need to get your work out there, you need these. And you have to learn and utilize them correctly. And you have to deal with the people that are out there. You're not looking for everybody. You're looking for a certain group of people that are like-minded and want to watch your work, want to see you succeed. That's key. Stop worrying about everybody else that doesn't give a fuck. Why do you care about them? You're giving them too much energy. Who gives a fuck about them? If it doesn't click with them, they're out. Doesn't matter. But you're going to see so many others that actually care and love what you're doing and support you and will create with you. Find a way to be engaged in what you're doing, whether they're sharing your posts, engaging your posts, being conversation starters, backing your campaigns, maybe even giving you some ideas of where you can go and get stuff, like costume designers. Oh, I know this person. I know that person. Oh, I know these guys do great. You should hit them up. You'd be surprised at how many people are out there in this community that are paying attention to you if you just do it. Right? Just got to get out there and start these conversations with people. Don't be afraid. And don't let people push you around either. Have fun with it. You're creative. If you make movies, you're creative. I'm sure you can figure it out. Don't be afraid. It's not worth it. But there are trolls and bullies, guys. And I ain't going to lie. That's one of the things you got to learn to just be able to deal with. And growing up in the 80s, 70s and 80s for me, bullies were everywhere. Hell, I'm black. You don't think I was called names and teased? I was. Yeah, I was. And then I got cool all of a sudden, thanks to Michael Jackson. So, what comes around goes around is what I'm saying. You have to stand up and you got to fight. Fight for what you want. Fight what you believe in. Be a true, authentic person. Believe in what you're doing enough to push yourself past that fear. I know we're all afraid. I talk to Samantha about it all the time. She hates online. She hates social media. And she's got a great following and people love her. And all I can think of is like, man, if you had that same energy I have about social media, we would kill this. We could double side this thing. We could be like in goddamn Stranger Things, and hit it from both sides. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but she's scared of what people think, what people may say. It hurts her in her heart. And that's really sad to me because these people don't care. They don't care about you. All they care about is the reaction. If you don't give them one, they move on. They find somebody else. They're looking for victims. That's what they're looking for. So as a filmmaker, are you a victim? Or are you a leader? Can you take the heat? Can you fight off these trolls, these bullies, these people with no lives? Nothing else to do with their time. You got nothing better to do? They don't. And that should make you feel better already, because look at what you're doing. Look what you're trying to do and what you are doing. The creativity process alone. Whether you're sitting in front of that computer right now and you're writing stuff, listen to me chat. Whether you're prepping for a shoot this weekend. You're maybe sending emails out. You got call sheets ready. You got your shot list done. Whatever the case may be. Maybe you're an actor and you're just sitting there and you're reviewing your lines and getting ready for this next shoot that's coming up. You're doing things that other people aren't doing. That they couldn't even fucking try to do. They wouldn't know what to do. How can you let them get in your head? How do you let them get under your skin? How do you let them stop you from promoting what you're doing? They ain't afraid to go out and talk shit, so why should you be afraid of them? Like, put it out there. Battle that. Push back on them. It's the best thing. I can't stand them either, Russell. They suck. Fuck bullies. Fuck thugs. Fuck them. I agree 100%. It's ridiculous. Be a positive conversation starter is what I'm saying, guys. People are curious about stuff like this and what we're doing. You know, we may not get millions and millions of people to back us like Marvel Studios, but you know, there's a good chunk of people out there that would and are appreciative of indie film and the work that you're doing. And if you're able to get it out there and promote it, the more people you're going to find and surprise you that there is a lot more of them out there than these trolls and bullies. I'll tell you that right now. But if you run into one of these, you know, people that have this negativity vibe, and especially bitter filmmakers, you know, maybe that's the thing that scares other filmmakers is other filmmakers. You know, people talk shit and it's crazy, but they're just angry. They didn't succeed. They haven't gotten where they want to be, but they're a pro. You know, they know exactly what they're talking about. Too chicken shit to go out there and put their own work out there, but talk shit about yours. They suck. They're no good. They're in a bad place, and there's hope for them. They can come around. But right now, if you run into that type of filmmaker, and they're sitting there giving you shit about some movie or some technique you're trying to do, or trying to find funding, you know, and they all got an opinion. What have they done? I mean, it's pretty simple, guys. It really is. They're full of shit. You know, if you've made it and you're making it happen, you ain't got nothing to say. You're working. These are people that have nothing to do, and they're failing day after day after day, if even trying. That's the God honest truth. If I wasn't doing Around the Reel or Indie Filmmaking Live right now, I would be working on our stuff. And this is a part of our job, I think, as CCC Studios, to put word out there to other filmmakers, because we really believe in joining together. We really believe in inspiring, not influencing, inspiring others to keep creating. Because if you truly do believe in what you do, there's no reason that you can't do it. I think that's important to me. It jacks me up. It helps me to help you. And you guys help me all the time. With every view, every click, every listen, every watch, every comment. That keeps my fires going. And if I was afraid of social media, I would never know what you guys thought. I wouldn't see the support I do. One bad comment, one dislike, somebody disagrees with what I made or why I made it or how I made it or how it looked or how it sounded. One fucking person could destroy everything that I've gained out of connecting with all of you. Can you imagine if I let that happen? How many people I would let down that believed in me? I don't know, guys. I don't think it's a thing that you should let happen, honestly. You need to fight through that. You need to find your spine and promote your work. Get out there. Show everybody how badass you are. Show them what you can do. And they'll inspire you, because once you put it out there, you got to finish that fucker or you'll feel like a turd. You really will. So you got to fucking do it. You just have to. Russell says, do you know what bullies don't like? It's kindness. That's their weakness. Guaranteed. Yeah. That's one way to do it. And it does work. I've seen it work all the time. Unfortunately, I get caught up in fighting fire with fire sometimes. So it is what it is. But, you know, I'm from the 80s. It's an alpha male thing. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Look who's in here. Focus Switzer. What's up, man? I actually love the way you respond to a few negative comments that come, LOL, kill them with kindness. Yeah, sometimes I do, right? Yeah, those beautiful snowflakes. It's hilarious. And Russell says, just smile. Yeah, you know what? You're right, Russell. Just fucking smile, man. Because it doesn't have to get inside you. It doesn't have to hurt you. It's not that big of a deal, right? Quite honestly, it's not. They will not even remember what they're saying to you if you don't give them anything back. They really won't. It's just a useless way for them to get some kind of dopamine hit in the moment if you respond. Sometimes I like giving them their dopamine. I don't give a fuck. But I guarantee you I'm more jacked up than them. They can't hang. They won't hang. Yeah. But that's my mentality. I'm not a flight person. I fight. I go right at them. Yeah. But that's not everybody's style. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter what your style is. It's about you overcoming your fear of social media as a filmmaker. You have to utilize this tool. They've been given to us. Do something good with this shit, right? Everybody can use this for bad. Use it for something great. That's how I look at it. From YouTube to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever the case may be, whatever's your platform or all of them, do it. And then ask yourself, who do you want to be? You know, who do you want to be? Do you want to be a filmmaker that makes these movies or gets people excited about your project? They all come and help you out. Whether you got a budget or not is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Either way, people want to see their work. You make this movie. You film this movie. Then let's say you get through post and you make this thing and it's done. And then you go through the film festivals like everybody fucking does. Then what are you going to do with it after that? Just go make another one and then that movie's all done? That's your run? No. Have you thought about trying to promote it? Have you put it on a platform that others can see it? There's a planet of billions of people, guys. You never know what could hit. And if you just ignore and stay in your little comfort zone, everything else that's on this planet, all the different people that you could reach to tell your story, you're missing the mark. You really are. And that comes down to you, whoever's in charge of that production. And assuming it's you're a filmmaker, it's up to you, right? It's up to you or the team that you put together. So how do you make that happen? Well, if you're afraid of social media or you got this bias for it, you're really going to be hurting yourself in the long run in every project you do, because they're not going to get any kind of shelf life. You're not going to be able to persuade people to at least click on a link without social media. And back in the day, we didn't even have this shit. Why waste it? Don't let bullies push you away from what you need to do. Don't let fear stop you. Stop being so self-conscious of yourself. Laugh at yourself. Who cares, right? Who the fuck cares? Aaron Focus says, I just remind myself how lame their life must be if they have nothing better to do. Yeah, exactly. Focus. I was just saying that earlier. They have nothing to do, bro. Here you are, right? Creating, doing shot lists. You're doing call sheets. You're casting. You're location scouting. You're getting all this gear ready. You're going out and you're buying props. You're doing all these things, writing the script. And these guys are just sitting there with nothing to do with their life. Just to jump on your little post that you pushed to try to get some people behind your project. And they have something negative to say. Fuck those losers. That's what I say. Fuck them. Fuck those kind of filmmakers. Fuck those kind of audience members. And fuck anybody who's got a problem with what we're doing. If they ain't got nothing nice to say, fuck them. And you move on. Simple. Really easy. Jeffrey Messenger, what's up, bruh? How are you? What does Jeffrey say here? It's a good way to get seen if used properly, for sure. Yeah, dude. It really is. It really is. It is a bridge to an audience, and you can find them all. And not all the time do you have to pay for this kind of stuff either. Yes, it helps if you boost posts. I've done it before. And that's a good way to think about it too, guys. Like, yeah, maybe you don't have a big following, Maybe your Facebook, you need to start growing. Well, how do you get people involved? These group chats, Facebook advertising, marketing. When I do those things to try to push something that we're working on, I'm focusing on small audience niches. I try to figure out, by not putting a lot of money, I'm talking about maybe $2 or $3 into a Facebook ad, right? And I go, okay, I think people that like this, and this, and this, and this area and this age range might like seeing a post, and they might click on something that I posted. Then I run that thing for maybe a week just to see what it does. Once we get the analytics back, I look at it and go, okay, that didn't, nobody gave a fuck. And then I'll try another one, and I'll do a couple bucks in that one. Then you find one that actually goes, and you get this little bump, and you're like, oh, okay. And then you go check your other things, like your link, and you see if you got a little boost in your, YouTube views or whatever. And you go, okay, that might be the market That's what I'm looking for. Facebook ads are great that way. And then if you want to invest more money in boosting after you figured out what that little market niche is, go for it. But I don't recommend putting a lot of money into like the first couple you do. You really have to see what works and only use a couple bucks to just kind of test the market share and the algorithm. Do that, you might find some stuff that is helpful for you on social media. Yeah, I've done it. It works. Doesn't work all the time, but it works. I've had it work, and it's worth a few bucks here and there. Just try it and see if you get a little boost. You never know. You could get lucky and nail it. Bam. And then it takes off. But that's that dreamer mentality, and I've got that. Anyway. So let's see what we got. One more here. Russell. Can't wait for the Western you are making, buddy. I can't wait for you to fucking see this one, dude. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Oh, it is. It's fucking amazing. It's an amazing story. We're going to start working on that here real soon. We've got pre-production stuff we're working on now, but as far as the production goes, we need a few more months at least, if not longer, and we're getting there. But I appreciate it, Russell. Thank you, man. Anyway, guys, social media. Don't be afraid of it. Push yourself. It's a big piece of this puzzle to become a successful indie filmmaker. You have to advertise. You have to market yourself. You have to get yourself out there. Think about things you can do for your next project that could, really put out good content for yourself online. If you can get over that fear, I hope you guys can. Start thinking about little things you can do that will maybe start drawing people to you and what you're creating with your team. If you're able to do that, I think in the long run, the success will come. Actually, I know it'll come. Totally will. You just have to believe in it and keep working. Anyway, that's about it, you guys. Don't be afraid of social media. Fuck those bullies. Who cares? And anybody else out there that's got an issue or says something smart ass to you online, slap them. Online slap. It's easy. Yeah, just be creative. Use your imagination. You can get it done. Don't let these guys scare you. They suck. It doesn't matter. They're not doing shit. Not doing shit at all. You are. You're the one doing it. Who do you want to be? You want to be them? Or you want to be you? Spread positivity. Help out others. Treat people with respect. Make your fucking movies. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for listening. Indie Filmmaking Live. We're going to have a round the reel on tomorrow live on Facebook and YouTube, and then that episode will drop by this weekend. We've got Jason Voorhees' Nightmares on its way. It is working through special effects and sound right now. We are plugging away at it, and it's fucking great. We've got a new short film we're going to start filming on the 25th. It's called Hit It. I'm super excited for this one. I'll be directing that one, and we've got some great talent in that as well. It's a fun little action romp I'm using for a proof of concept for maybe a feature film down the road. We'll see. There's also a documentary we might be working on too. We've also got We're Jersey. Oh, we're not in Jersey anymore. By Ira Katz. That's still right here in pre-production as well. Steve's working on another script, and we got a lot of other filmmakers working on stuff we're going to be helping them with. So guys, you keep making movies. Don't be fucking around. Get shit done. All right? And don't forget, don't let fear stop you. Don't let it stop you, guys. It's not worth it. Fear is a emotion that can be conquered. Remember that. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.
Indie Filmmaking with Aaron Carlson, ACCC Studios production. Let's fucking go.